Taliban's new morality law in Afghanistan. The Taliban has introduced a strict 114-page morality law in Afghanistan, which has sparked outrage globally. This new law places severe restrictions on women's rights, mandating full-body veiling, banning women from public singing or reciting, and prohibiting interaction between unrelated men and women. International human rights organizations have condemned this move, calling it a major step backward for Afghan society. Barakah Nuclear Energy Plant in UAE. Now to the UAE, where the Barakah Nuclear Energy Plant has officially become the first operational nuclear power plant in the Arab world. This is a monumental achievement for the UAE, and it's expected to power Gulf Cooperation Council (GCC) countries. The plant is a significant milestone in the UAE's goal of achieving 50% renewable energy by 2050, showing the country's commitment to sustainable energy solutions. That's a major step for clean energy in the Middle East. Now, let's shift focus to India, where exciting infrastructure and economic developments are taking place. Great Nicobar Island International Container Transshipment Terminal. India is all set to begin construction of the Great Nicobar Island International Container Transshipment Terminal, or GNI-ICTT. This will be the first deepwater container terminal in India, and the goal is to capture transshipment cargo currently being handled by ports in foreign countries. The project is part of a public-private partnership and is expected to significantly boost India's port infrastructure and cargo handling capabilities. National Steel Policy 2017. India is also making strides in the steel sector. The government has announced plans to increase steel production capacity to 300 million tons by 2030 under the National Steel Policy. This ambitious plan will not only make India a global hub for steel production and exports, but will also focus on promoting environmentally sustainable practices in the industry. With these initiatives, India is gearing up to be a major player on the global stage. Other notable developments. Now, few other important developments. Global Hunger Index 2023. India has slipped 3 ranks to 72nd out of 117 countries in the Global Hunger Index for 2023. This ranking reflects a moderate level of hunger in the country and highlights ongoing challenges in food security. India's foreign exchange reserves. India's foreign exchange reserves have also declined, reaching $630 billion, the lowest in nearly 4 years. This dip raises concerns about economic stability, but experts remain optimistic about long-term recovery. Forum on China-Africa Cooperation, FOCAC. Moving on to the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation, or FOCAC. At the recent summit in Beijing, many African nations were hoping for debt relief from China. However, no major debt relief was offered. Launched in 2000, FOCAC has grown significantly since China's Belt and Road Initiative began in 2013. While the forum continues to enhance trade and political ties between China and African nations, concerns around debt dependency and transparency remain high. That's a developing story we'll continue to monitor closely. National Education Initiative, PMSHRI. And finally, some news from India's education sector. The Aam Admi Party government in Delhi has agreed to sign an MOU with the centre to implement the Pradhan Mantri Schools for Rising India, or PMSHRI, scheme. This initiative aims to transform government schools into model institutions with a focus on high-quality education. It follows a dispute over the Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan, where funds were withheld due to non-participation in the PMSHRI program. That wraps up today's top news stories. From global challenges to national progress, these developments are shaping our world in significant ways. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth coverage of international and national news. See you in the next video.